Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am your intuitive tarot host, Anu. Very nice to have you here. Today's reading is a pick a card on what is happening in this connection. Now, this can be a long-term connection. It can be someone very new. So whoever you're thinking about, this is gonna kind of tap into the energies of you and them. So go ahead and pick as many options as you like. The first option is the white crystal. This is selenite. Option number 1. Option number 2, we have a blue crystal, which is blue obsidian. Okay, that's option number 2. Number 3, we have this beautiful yellow amber stone, which is septarian. Very interesting. And we'll read these all at the end or during the reading. So that's option number 3. And then option number 4 is lepidolite. There you go. So those are your options. Go ahead and pick your first one, and I will see you at your choice. Hi, Pile 1. This is for those of you who chose the selenite. Let's take a look at this crystal. It's really beautiful. I actually have one look very similar. Look. Right here. Amazing. So it may really help you. So let's just read quickly and then we'll get into the reading. So selenite is luminous, cleansing, and it provides protection. And you can pause later to reread this if you want, but I'll quickly go through this. With its moon-like glow, selenite illuminates your spiritual truth and greater purpose. It aligns your chakras and raises your awareness to higher dimensions, opening communication to your spiritual team. It brings clarity to the mind and slices through any negativity or confusion, cleansing your energy field and protecting your aura. Selenite brings awareness to your subconscious patterns, highlighting what is ready to be healed. It activates the crown chakra and provides a doorway to personal transformation. Cleanse your way to clarity. And it has Taurus and moon represented here. So if you have a moon in Taurus, or if you are a Pisces, what else is ruled by moon? Let me just think this through. We have Cancer, Pisces. You could have any of those placements in your chart as well. So selenite might be very helpful for you. Okay, so there you go. We'll leave this here. I'll tell you what we're doing in the reading, and please excuse my voice. I'm still under the weather a little bit, just a seasonal cold. So please bear with me. But this is the relationship wheel, and where I use this as your leader energy. So think of any person that you want to just, look at the energies with, and we'll go through, what are your expectations and subconscious fears and theirs, and look at that. So these are pre-drawn. I've not looked at them. And then we'll draw at least 3 other oracle decks and also our astro dice today. Okay, so with that, let's get right into this connection. Let's see how you're showing up in your energy. Oh, wow, this is beautiful. Ace of Cups. Your heart is really open. We'll see how this goes, but generally you're in a place of a very positive, heart-filled energy where you're open to possibilities, you're open to opportunities, you're not guarding your heart, and there's a lot of faith and positivity that's coming through from your energy. And this could also be that you may think this is the one. Okay, well, I'll say that because of course it's the Ace of Cups, and look at this. It feels like you're ready to receive excuse me, this divine love, right? So you've done your part, you waited a long time, whatever the case may be, but it's a very beautiful, very expansive energy. And let's see what it's clarified by. The persona, we have student in reverse, or the shadow aspect. And this is interesting because the light says humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. So as I said, you may have, with this being in the reverse, and for this oracle, I'm taking reversals today. This really tells me that, it's almost like you're at a stage where you're ready to just move beyond all the theory, all the, but this also coming forward with the selenite, all the cleansing that has been done. You've done the work and you're like, all right, I don't want to learn anymore. I don't want to go deeper into the subconscious. I don't want to, it's almost like you've reached one level of healing and you're ready to open up. And when we're healing, we also go into a hermit mode where we try to, discover ourselves and learn a lot about our own subconscious. So you've hit a point where you're ready to move forward, which is very good, okay? Not that it's ever not good to continue learning, right? But it's just saying that this is showing me you've done your part and you feel you are ready and your heart is really open. So this card represents the state of the connection, or let's see what that is. Oh, oh wow, Major Arcana. So this made me feel like a very healing connection. One or both of you could have Aquarius placements in your chart. The star is the Major Arcana for Aquarius. But this connection may be special to you. With your heart being so open, it feels like it's a very healing connection where at least this shows me that you're feeling very balanced, because the star, the angel pours the water on her first, and then the ground around her, which talks about, okay, we are at a stage where we've learned to take care of ourselves and value ourselves. We have our self-worth, really the top priority, and from that place we give to the other, right? So it's a very, very powerful energy, very hopeful as well. Of course, stars about wishes coming true, so it may feel like this connection brings that hope within you and also brings a sense of healing within you and the other person as well. This represents what your expectations may be of your person. And we have the Queen of Wands. Ooh, okay, this can go both ways. The Queen of Wands is all fire, very attractive, very enigmatic, very like magnetic personality. Okay, so when this is showing up in expectation, this could be like, this again goes back to self-worth. You have a very strong self-worth, and I would say continue on that, and you expect them to honor that. Okay, you expect them to see you as the Queen of Wands that you are. So a very equal partnership, but there is also recognition and almost like an awe for you, right? Because of all that you've accomplished, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually in your life. You expect this person to honor that, to honor all of that, and see the full beauty of you in your entirety, including your spirituality. Because with the cat here, this is not just about ambition. So, you may be very well settled in your career, and you have your life together, your ish together, your finances are on top, your career, your goals may be very clear to you, but not just that. And of course, a very attractive energy here, but you want them to accept the full package, honestly, including your spirituality. So that's the kind of expectation that's coming through, what you expect from them. Let's see what it's clarified by. We have the femme fatale. Oh my God, look at that. In reverse. So femme fatale, the light attribute highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected, right? So this in the reverse is honestly saying, like, yeah, it's not just the beauty, not just the attractiveness, not just the physical, but you expect them to really recognize the full you. Wow, I love how the stories kind of, when the cards, the oracle and the tarot play off of each other. But yeah, really, you want them to see you as the Queen of Wands that you are. The full package is what I'm hearing. Doesn't matter male or female, but that's what I'm hearing. Accept you for who you truly are. And that's, again, you're in such a good positive place here. So let's see what their energy is, how they're showing up in this connection. Oh, all right. We have a powerful couple here. They're showing up as the Emperor. They may have, any Aries, major Aries placements in their chart. That's possible, but very on top of their life. Okay, the Emperor is somebody. Emperor is the king of all kings. Okay, don't worry about the gender. This is the energy. It is a major arcana, and they're showing up as somebody who take care of themselves and everybody involved. Okay, so Emperor has the vision, the power, the strength, the generosity, all kings combined into one. So they're really on top of their game is what I'm hearing. But also the emperor really takes care of their empress, right? And so your expectations are point on, and this should be even higher actually with the empress showing up. The only the shadow aspect of the emperor can be that sometimes they can be a little set in their ways. That's the only thing I'm seeing. So there may be like maybe more traditional, for the lack of a better word, is what I'm hearing, but really on top of their game, very accomplished, very stable in their life. Okay, there's this like wants for nothing and also don't depend on anybody else. It's the other way around. They may be taking care of people, but yeah, Aries energy is showing. So we have Aquarius and Aries showing up so far, and this is clarified by the addict in an upright, where I said the light attribute is helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. Yeah, so they have this they have this power, or this it's a very stoic energy where they not only like help take care, they also show people to tap into their shadow side and heal from it, because they're helping people release. This is the positive side of the addict, right? So they're helping people confront what are the behaviors or self-sabotaging things that people in their life do, and help them come out of it, right? Because they have a lot of experience either way, being the emperor. So very positive external impact that they have as well. So let's see, what are their expectations? We have the moon. Very interesting. How many majors are there? 3 major arcanas already in this connection. So this is beautiful, and I'll tell you why. Because I was being really drawn to the cat over here in your expectations, where you want them to recognize your spirituality and accept it. It's not about the recognition only. It's about like, yes, you have the space to practice your spirituality in this connection. And then in their expectation, the moon is showing up, which is the major arcana, Pisces energy, but really talks about intuition, really being on top of intuition. So they kind of see you as this very spiritual person. And, but they do expect a little bit of mystery. I think they see some mystery about you, and it's a very attractive pull for them, because they can't quite place you yet. Okay, so there may be some areas where because the moon is when things are kind of hidden, and then it's not, everything is not on surface level. There is so much more depth to a person when the moon energy shows up. So they almost can't wait to unravel all your deepest I would say intuition and the spirituality that you have. And this starts with conversations, right? So let's see, I think you may have good conversations in this connection where you can talk for hours beyond the other stuff, right? So they do see a strong intuitive person in you. I want to see what this is clarified by. We have the athlete in reverse. The light attributes are dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, strength of spirit. So yeah, it's again, those elements are coming out to be of beyond the physical. Okay, so this may be a connection where both of you are actually attracted to each other's minds and your philosophies. If not spirituality, let's call it philosophy. Okay, because not everybody outwardly labels it that way, which is totally fine, but that's what I'm seeing. There's a deeper connection here. There's a more spiritual, philosophical connection of the mind as well, beyond the power in the attraction that I'm seeing. And the athlete in reverse is again beyond the physical. That's what they expect. Okay, so there's of course, if they are the emperor, they expect their empress or their partner to be also very intelligent and stimulated intellectually is what's showing up over here. So let's get into subconscious and the subconscious fears. What are your fears in this connection? We have the Queen of Swords. Okay, we have two queens at the table. This is interesting. So I think communication is key. The Queen of Swords is, she has very strong intuition again. She can feel it. She knows what to do. She doesn't take any crap from anybody. It's almost like a divine feminine power, but the only shadow side is it can be a little sharp, sharp tongued. So in your fears, in your subconscious fears, it's either you don't mess it up, right, with your direct communication, or you may feel that with the emperors, I remember I said the shadow side is it can be a little too traditional and too set in their ways, that maybe their style is maybe a bit too direct for you, and when it shows up in the subconscious fears, like, oh, is this going to turn into an argumentative connection where, you know, the communications become a little too cold. So that's somewhere in the subconscious. I want to see what's this clarified by. And we have the martyr in reverse, or the light attribute is learning the transcendence nature of service to oneself or a cause. And this coming in reverse is like, okay, this is clearer. So stoic traditional is what this is. So you may feel, or in your subconscious, you may fear that they may not be the most flexible person. They may be too set in their ways, because with the martyr coming up in reverse, martyr is like service to others, and in reverse it's like to ourselves, right? And with the queen showing up, it can be a little cold energy sometimes. It's possible. You may have seen them interact with others in a very direct way, and somewhere in the subconscious that's just there, oh my god, is this connection also going to be that way? Okay, so there's something like that in the subconscious. Let's see what's their subconscious fears. I have the Page of Wands. Interesting. The wands are all about passion, and the pages are like fresh energy. Okay, so interesting. I feel this is like more of a self-conscious energy from them, where they aren't sure if how to take the next step because pages are early on their journey, you know, they're still learning, they have a lot to do, a lot to learn. So in this connection, yes, the desire is there, the passion, the attraction is definitely there, but there's something about, they may also be very self-aware, that they come across as a very strong personality, or someone very, as I said, for lack of a better word, set in their ways. And this is bringing out that fresh energy in them, and they're not sure if they can be that fresh energy in this connection. And it's clarified by the bully upright, where the light attributes are, highlights your tendency to intimidate others, helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. Okay, so again, bully upright is very good, because remember we had the addict here as well, that helps other people overcome these things, right? Overcome their self-sabotaging behavior. So they definitely have a presence and maybe a more directorial, authoritarian way of helping people through. And because of that, they're very aware that they may be a bit too sharp-tongued, and they worry whether you'll give them this chance to be this fresh love, passionate energy in this connection. Okay, so this is like both subconscious energies are playing off of each other. Let's see if there are any other factors influencing the connection. There is the Four of Wands. This is in the minor arcana, my marriage card. It's celebrations, it's marriage, but it's also traditions. So it is possible, the way I'm looking at it, because it's a very positive influence. So from both sides, there may be an expectation of wanting to commit. So this is also like, if you don't think marriage is for you, this is like an influence of like a commitment, a long-term commitment, or monogamous, right? That we are really committed to each other. That type of energy that is really important to both people here. And if that is, then definitely you should talk about it as like, you know, okay, are we at the commitment level or not, whether or not that means marriage. But tradition is there. Also, what is important to both parties here is, because this is my 1111 card, is being true to ourselves, aligning with our true north, and not pretending to be something that we're not, just in order to blend into the connection. So that's very important to both people, which is very nice to see. But there's something about some traditional expectation in this. So let's see what we have in the possible outcome. We have the Chariot. this is going to be victorious. So again, there is free will for both people, but if we can overcome the subconscious fears and just talk about them, this is a win-win situation. The Chariot is the victory card. The Chariot is the balancing of heart over mind. It is also being able to do a lot of things and still charge ahead in life. So this to me gives the energy of like, it doesn't mean either person has to put any of their goals on the back burner. No, you can have it all. That's the energy this has. Of course, free will is important, like if that's what you want. It looks very, very strong connection and very positive, and also very committed to each other. Or there is very strong, as I said, traditional influence for both people where we want to actually be in union, whether that's marriage or not. That's really in the cards. But this is going to be very victorious, like both people moving together, charging ahead, right? So let me just get a few of these Island Time love oracles. Just to want to get more on the subconscious side first. So let's see. Let's get some cards on the Queen of Swords for your fears. What are your fears? We have lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. So upheaval is what is coming out to me because, as I said, the Queen of Swords can be a little whoosh, sharp, right? That was my attempt at the sound of a sword. So yeah, I think sometimes their communication may be a bit too sudden for you, and not for you. I feel this is more for the interactions that you've seen of them with other. And then we have clock, needs time, takes time, and time, cycles, time to heal, progress. So give this time. Give this time is what I'm feeling, or what we're seeing over here is like, this will iron out, but again, all the subconscious fears need to be discussed and need to be brought to the conscious level. Let's see for them over here with the Page of Wands. What we have. Oh, I told you, this is their own energy. It says, I like you, someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun, flirting, want to date. Okay, so definitely this may be like, they may not have been in a connection for a very long time, so they maybe they have some nerves in this. And then we have seduction. See the wands, I told you there's a passion, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, and then it says third party interference, which I don't see here. So definitely there is seduction here and there is appreciation here from them, but they do feel this could be, I feel like they've been single for a long time. That's why they feel like the Page, and whether they have it to bring it forward or not. Let's see, anything else? We want to look over here. Okay, this is coming through. I saw it at the bottom and it came out again. This is what I said. Talking is coming forward. So interested, conversing more, awaited messages arrives, text, call, email, hoovering. I don't know what that is. So there is definitely, as I said, and it's amazing, I just put it right here. I was thinking about the Four of Wands, that this is probably something important. You have two fours here for you. This is important. Tradition, a monogamous, a committed relationship is important. So it may be worth talking to them about it, and they may want to talk to you about it as well, right? So that's over there coming through it. Anything else you want to get from this deck, Spirit? Let's get something on the Chariot. The Sword and the Rose. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. So this is very beautiful. It's funny because it has the Sword and the Rose. To me, it looks like they're the sword because they are the emperor, right? Very direct. And then you are the rose. You have the Ace of Hearts. So, or Ace of Hearts, Ace of Cups. So looks like it's a very interesting combination. And then you have Ascending at the bottom, which says transcending obstacles, learning expansion, new phase, preparing for union. Oh my God, I love these. I love these cards. I love how the stories come together. Okay, so let's get you some Moon Oracle messages, and then we'll do Romance Angels. Let's see, Spirit, what would you like to tell my beautiful pile 1? A fiery climax approaches. No kidding. Oops, okay. Show the world the real you. So there's another, see, full moon in Aquarius. There's another Aquarius energy coming forward. So maybe you have Aquarius in your chart, because we also got the star card for you. So healing is important. And again, strip away, because this is bear figure here. This is also bear here. Any naked figures really talk about vulnerability and embracing that and not being afraid of who we truly are. And this says show the world the real you. And then this says luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Very, very beautiful. So I see, yeah. And I feel like with the Student in reverse and the Ace of Cups, definitely you've done some work here where you're not afraid to show the world the real you. So the more authentic you are, the more you will attract authentic people towards you. But this is amazing. Right next to the page and all the seduction, and I like you, a fiery climax approaches. So let's see what is the message from oracles, from Romance Angels. Let's see. Get 2 of these. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So is there too much seriousness? Let's take out, you know, all of the just seriousness and bring some playfulness into it. And then we have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. And this I feel, because I was getting initially the message on goals. Remember we talked about they seem very set. You seem very set on your goals. So just watch out. I don't think this is codependency. The energy I'm getting is like, don't be too focused with both of these energies, right? There is probably both people have been too focused on just creating their life goals, and it's just become like a very goal-oriented or career-oriented, or let's say you've been studying, any of those. So this is a very healing connection with the star energy. So play with it, play with that energy. Let your friends help you if that works. I know it's a crazy time. We can't really go out and socialize too much, but find every opportunity, even if you can do some, you know, video calls or something like that, and let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. I think it's a pretty good connection. Just let's give it room, give it time, because we also had time over here, but definitely ascending to the next level. That was what we're seeing. So this is for you. Just wanted to get some astro dice messages to see what we have for you. What are the messages for you at this time? Okay, so we have moon. You see, we have the moon right here as well. So we have moon in Gemini in the 3rd house. Okay, so this is interesting because, oh my gosh, where is the talking card? There. You guys need to talk more, is what I'm hearing. Show the world the real you. So talking is going to be important. And the reason I say is we have both the 3rd house and Gemini. Gemini rules the 3rd house. This is all about also like our very close connections, our immediate, you know, peers, colleagues, or siblings, our neighbors. So this could be something really close, I don't know, for some of you. But with the moon showing up in here, this is saying like, you know, what do you feel? This is intuition, right? So intuition in Gemini in the 3rd house is really asking you to like be okay and share what you feel on the gut, in the inside. This really calls to be more expressive about it, because you have very intuitive energies around you. Don't be afraid to express them. Also, it could be the other way around, where you may not be clear on some of the communication, because communication and talking has come forward here. So more on the subconscious side, especially with the Queen of Swords and the lightning over here. So if there's something that doesn't sit right with you, in the communication side of the house, or if you feel that things are not in the clear, this is just like advising you to like talk about it with your person. So those are the messages for you. I hope this helps. Again, very, very positive with the Chariot in the outcome. And I'll try to figure out a better way of placing the cards so everything is still visible. But if you like the video, drop me a like, subscribe, share it with your friends if you think it will help anybody. And with that, I wish you much love and light, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hi Pile 2, this is for those of you who chose the blue obsidian stone. So let's read a little bit about it and then we'll get into your reading. It represents expansion, divination, astral travel, and you can pause later if you want to read it again. I'll just go through this, and please excuse my voice. I'm still recovering from a seasonal cold. So please bear with me. So what this is, it's cool to the core. Blue obsidian is created from a natural volcanic glass that has the ability to expand one's natural talents. Astral travel and envisioning dreams are protected and safe when you are using this crystal. A powerful divination stone, blue obsidian enhances psychic abilities and uncovers natural talents for the unknown. It clears away mental clutter and makes way for clear channeling of intuitive messages, allowing you to focus on one message at a time. A natural healer, blue obsidian promotes circulation for your body and opens the aura to receive. Wow, this is a very powerful stone. It has Aquarius and Saturn. Very interesting. There's a kind of like opposing energies here almost, because Aquarius is very new age, but Saturn is like the old ruler of Aquarius. Saturn is very traditional and Aquarius is very expansive. So I like the part about where it says helping you channel clearly. So that, you know, when we get downloads, there's like a lot coming through, but this blue obsidian could help you really get a lot of mental clarity and decipher the messages more clearly. So we're going to keep this over here. I'll just walk you through what we're doing in this reading. Again, so this is a reading on you versus another person, what's happening in the connection. You may have just met them, you may have been with them for a while, it does not matter. It is you versus or along with another. I use the leader energy to be yours. And then we get into your expectations, their expectation, and some of the subconscious fears that we may have. Feel free to reverse the roles. I think I forgot to say that in the first pile. And again, just see what resonates. Of course, it's free will. Please only take what resonates. These are pre-drawn. The tarot and the archetypes are pre-drawn, but then we'll get 3 other oracle cards to get more messages and close out with Astro Dice for you. Okay. So let's get started. This here represents to me your current energy, how you're showing up in this connection. We have the Hanging Man. Okay, interesting. So there is an energy of surrender from you. I also sense cautiousness. So you may be a bit cautious in this connection and you're kind of surrendering to the expectations. This is actually, you know, not many people are able to do this. This is a very powerful energy because a lot of times when we're in a connection, immediately we start having a lot of expectations and we start putting timelines on, okay, we've been together 2 months, you know, are we committed now? Whatever the case may be, right? So a lot of us get into that mode of what is the next step. This is a very powerful stage to be. Now it can go both ways. The powerful stage is like we just let go and we just enjoy each other, enjoy the connection, and enjoy the magic that it brings, and not bind it into any specific labels yet. So just letting the divine, you know, show the path. But the opposite, the shadow side, can be like, okay, we're way too cautious, because that's what I picked up and immediately was the word cautious. So are we hanging back a little because we are a little there are some subconscious fears that we don't want to commit yet? Okay, so that's the energy I'm picking up. Let's see what it's clarified by. We have the Seeker. That's what it is. So Seeker, the light attribute is thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. This is a bit of an explorer, wanderer, I mean, again, seeker energy. So you may be a very free-spirited person, and the thought of getting bound to a connection, to a place, may not settle very well with you, right? You may be a very adventurous soul, so to speak, also wanting to travel the world. So there's very expansive energy. Aquarius, actually, very expansive energy here, where you're always on the quest for more. And that's why this may be a hanging man energy, where it's a little scary, and I'll just share the messages as they come to me, right? Take it if it fits. If not, just toss it out the window. But there may be some subconscious fears of committing, because there may be some deep-rooted experiences, and this can be in the lineage too. It doesn't have to be just your lifetime. This can be past lifetime things where we carry that through us, and that element that needs to be healed, that we may feel that a relationship will actually bind us and take away our power. So there's something like that here. Please take it. If that's not resonating at all, pick another pile. But that's what I'm clearly picking up here. There's a lot of potential, there's a lot of surrender, but there's a lot of expansiveness. May not be ready to commit yet because of other reasons, not because of the person, is what I'm hearing. Because of some subconscious things. Okay, so we'll figure out what that is. So let's see, what is the state of the connection at this point? We have the Four of Cups. Yeah, there is a slowdown. This is almost extremely slow, because Four of Cups is where you're waiting, you're waiting for the divine offer to come through, but we have a sense of complacency. I wonder if this is like a long distance connection, because we do have the Seeker and the Explorer, so there may be physical distance, and of course it hasn't been a very easy time, so that could be the case. But this looks like a waiting game for both people with the Four of Cups showing up. That's very possible, okay? Or it may feel, interesting. What I'm getting is it may feel like this is not the perfect one, or the one, is what I'm hearing for some reason. So again, it's like both people may be treading a little carefully, a little slowly. There may be past experiences involved, which has made both parties cautious. Again, that word is just coming and taking over the reading. So that's possible. Okay, so let's see what's in your expectation. But it seems like it's a bit of a slowdown with both these energies here. Your expectations is Six of Swords, and this is your expectation of them. So the Six of Swords is like really coming out of choppy water. So what you're expecting them to, either this could be, if this is somebody who is, let's say, in another connection, in a karmic connection, you kind of expect them to leave that behind and move forward, leave those choppy times behind, and actually move toward calmer waters, touch shore, get out of the water altogether. This could be for them, but could also be like, someone that you can build a time of your life where things are very smooth sailing. Okay, so that's what I'm getting here, because this is an interesting card in this deck where there's only one person in the boat. Okay, so it's almost either you're expecting them to move toward you and leave the things that they're bound to behind, or you are expecting them to be able to pull you out of choppy waters. It could go either way. Let's see what this is clarified by. We have the child orphan. So the light attributes are independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving. So, okay, this is very interesting. So you are a very independent person, and what I'm feeling is that it's almost like an expectation of, do they have the, the potential to actually pull you out of your single state. And you may not be single, right? You may be in this connection for a while, doesn't matter. Or it may be like you are so independent, because also with the Seeker, look at this, all these energies here. The Seeker is the single person who likes to explore, build their wisdom, learn. Hangman is a solitary energy. And then we have the Six of Swords in this card is also a single person. You may be somebody who has built their life on their own, okay? Like, somebody who started from scratch and gotten where they are all by their sheer hard work, right? And sometimes, oh my God, that quote is coming back to me now. So I'll share it, and messages come through. I just have to honor that. So the message I'm hearing is sometimes what we want to watch out for is, are we over independent? Because over independence can also be a trauma response. I'll just drop it there. If it resonates, take it. If not, just forget it. But just that's what the expectation with the child orphan and the Six of Swords here is coming out, is like, you know, could they be the one who actually pulls you out of being always so strong and having or needing to be so strong and independent all the time? Is this a connection where things could actually, you could, you know, lean on each other a little bit? Also, of them, the expectation of them could be like they need to move forward. This is a move forward energy, so there's movement over here. If it's a long distance, you kind of like expect for them to move closer physically, is what I'm picking up over here. So let's see, what are their energies? This is a very interesting pile. Their energy, yeah, Two of Pentacles. Oh my god, look at this. This is so funny. This person is, I've never seen this artwork or this card being represented this way. In the water. This person is standing in the water. There's a storm in the background. The ships are swaying, and there's literally an electrical storm there. But then there is this happiness and this rainbow between the Two of Pentacles. And so there's water here. There's water here. Beyond, like the elements are different. So this is sword and this is pentacle, but the water is the basis of it all. So what I'm sensing is a strong emotional connection between the people, but they are probably juggling quite a bit at this time with the Two of Pentacles. It's like having to balance two things because both things bring us a lot of joy and happiness. Meanwhile, holding it all together in midst of a storm. And again, you can say the pandemic is the biggest storm the globe has ever seen, right? So they have a lot going on. They're trying to balance, they're trying to find, keep their feet really stable amidst everything, all the chaos that's around them. And this is clarified by the Queen. See, I said emotions, the water, because Queen has a lot of, it represents our divine feminine, and it represents tapping into our emotion and being true. So the light attribute is radiates the regal, excuse me, not legal, radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. So they have this, as I said, thriving in chaos. They have this very divine feminine energy that is helping them master their emotions, and yet balancing different elements, could be opposing elements, because they know that brings them true happiness within them, right? So what this may mean in this connection is that the emotions are quite strong, right? But there is just the environment, the conditions around maybe a little bit turbulent, but there's a lot of open heart or a Queen feminine energy in here. So let's see what they expect of you. We have the Three of Swords, so healing of the heart. Yeah, I have to say it because that was coming up here as well. Perhaps they look to you or expect you to, you know, you're a very strong individual, but need to still heal certain aspects of yourself. Or it could be vice versa, where they kind of look to you to be somebody who finally helps them heal their heart. It can go both ways, right? So we're talking about mutual energies here, but that's sort of the expectation. Like finally, this is a time where their heart truly gets to heal and thrive. And they also expect that, you know, you get to heal and thrive through this connection, but you know, each person does their own shadow work. But healing of the heart is what I'm seeing over here. And it's clarified by the storyteller, the light attribute being ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. So this is storyteller is a lot of communication energy, and usually it's hard for us to talk about our disappointments in life, right? Our heartbreaks in life. So they kind of, what I'm seeing here is they want you to open up a little bit more. Again, we have the Hangman, and we have this a little bit of stalemate, complacent energy here as well. Probably there isn't enough communication in the connection, or there is communication, but we don't talk about the deep stuff, the deep dark experiences that we have gone through, or tough times. So they kind of expect you to open up here a little bit, and of course for them as well, you know, when you do that, they also do that. So it's a mutual healing and communication around the deeper experiences that we've had in life. So let's look at subconscious fears. We'll start with yours. or maybe in your fears with the, oh, this is so beautiful. That's what I'm saying. See, that's their Ace of Cup that the divine offer. Like, is this the one? So there is a subconscious fear of opening our heart to this person, because, you know, and this is interesting. This is the Gilded Tarot Royale. It's a relatively new deck. I've only used it in a couple readings so far, and I'm really drawn to the artistry here, because you rarely see fish in the Ace of Cups. So this talks about our abundance, holistic abundance as well. Like fishes, koi fish represent prosperity and abundance, and then the heart is really about our emotions, or opening up our heart. And then we also have the moon. Like, there's so much strong intuition, water element. You can think of the third eye. So your fears are like all the work that you've put in to build your prosperity. Would that somehow get sidelined by being in a connection? Okay, I have to call it as I see it. So there's a little bit of hesitance in opening up to love in general. And it may be like, you know, again, if this is a long distance, that's not easy. You're treading it carefully, but there's a hesitation here for some reason. Let's see what is clarifying it. We have the Alchemist in reversed. So this light attribute is transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. And the shadow is misuse of power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. So as I said, it's mirroring energy or similar energies in your conscious and subconscious, which is saying somehow there is some block which is kind of holding you back, because this is a Magician in reverse, right? So you feel, especially with the Three of Swords showing up as well, you may feel I don't want to say you may feel in your subconscious some sort of fear that this could be fake, that this isn't really real. And then this could lead to heartbreak. So there's a little bit of guarding of your heart over here, okay? And let's see what's in their subconscious fears. We have the Strength. Interesting. This is very interesting. So they kind of interesting. I think this is their own energy, where they don't know if they have the strength to persevere or to clear, I'm almost hearing very funnily, pass all your tests. You know, they may feel like this person, and you may represent the lion to them, okay? Because you're a very strong individual, and they are coming forward with a lot of compassion, because, you know, it's not about taming the lion, it's actually, you know, creating harmony with the lion. You know, you cannot use force. This is all about compassion. So this is what they're saying, is that they look up to you as like a very, very strong individual, and they wonder if they have the strength, the perseverance to pass all your tests. This is so funny. I mean, that's what I'm hearing. It's a Strength card. So let me look at the signs. We have Pisces. This is all air, and then we have Leo here. Interesting. What is this clarified by? Oh my god, it's clarified by the Slave in reverse, where the shadow aspect is giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices, and the light is surrendering your power to choice of the divine with complete trust. So Slave coming out in the return with the Strength, with the lion here. So there are some fears within them, and maybe they see you as a very, very accomplished person, very self-assured, very confident, but they feel like it's almost an energy of like, they may feel, what do they have to offer? Because you have everything. And I don't mean like just in a materialistic world way, but sometimes people hold back because they may have put you up on a pedestal. I won't be surprised. They may have put you up on a pedestal, so they may feel a little bit of unsure whether or not they're worthy of you. Wow. Okay, talk about subconscious fears. So let's see what may be some external influences. We have the Emperor, another major arcana, Aries. This could also represent somebody else in your lives, because this is a persona showing up here. I rarely pick up that, but I feel there could be somebody either in your life or in their life who has an extremely traditional view on relationships, okay? that may be an influencing factor. But it's also, if you disregard the persona, I feel like career establishment is very important to both people. And it's possible, like, you know, they're a business owner and they're trying to juggle multiple things. You may be trying to expand what you're working on with the Seeker, and also with the Six of Swords here. So there's something about career, passions, business, like establishing our material world that may be playing a role, a factor in this connection. Okay, take it as it fits. So let's see, what is the possible outcome? Wow, you guys see two and the balancing. So really, if you can conquer both parties, conquer these subconscious fears, you can charge ahead. There is a Six of Swords, there's a movement forward, there is movement forward. And this again talks about being able to juggle multiple things and still find the time and the strength to power through and come out victorious. So definitely, it's a very positive, I mean, I'm surprised, honestly, and I'm not being judgmentally surprised, but I'm surprised because there are some elements and some holdbacks here where maybe you see the potential and there's some fear of like, is this really possible? Could this really happen? But this is showing us that yes, it is possible. It can happen. It's just a matter of free will between both people and willing to surrender, and actually surrender maybe to the connection and see it as the Ace of Cups. That's totally possible. But this is victory. No matter how you look at it, this is absolute victory at the end of the day. So let me get some clarifiers. All the decks are listed below in the description box if you want to get them for yourself. So I want to see this Ace of Cups. Let's look at the subconscious fears. What is this Ace of Cups in Alchemist? This fear. Why is there fear of opening our heart? What is this about? So seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. So, oh, okay, third-party interference. So maybe when we got this over here, maybe they're leaving a karmic connection. That could be a factor. But this is also like there is strong attraction here. And maybe the fear is like, is it just attraction and not the potential for love? Give me one more, please, Spirit. One more. Why we have the Ace of Cups in fear. And we have addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. Excuse me. So yeah, I feel like there's something with the Three of Swords also showing up here. There's some sort of past experience that is kind of blocking you from opening up to this connection. Tell me, what is this Three of Swords? Why is the Three of Swords in their expectation of the storyteller? What is this about? Three of Swords clarified by heart with a key. Welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together. Perfect. So yeah, they kind of expect you to heal from the past, whatever stuff you had in your life or in your past life. Maybe it's very subconscious. To open your heart, meeting the one. And then what is this? Yeah, see, not enough. Frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, jealousy. So there's some self-sabotage, or you're feeling that either you're not enough or they're feeling they're not enough. So there's something like that happening in this connection, which needs to end, right? That feeling needs to end with the coffin here. Spirit, tell me what this Emperor is about. What is this Emperor energy here telling us? Hammer. There we go. Sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. So with the hammer, I feel like it's a force in what, again, I get is the tradition. So there is some force of tradition or building, hammering down a message, you know, being very persistent, working, because working on it is here. So career may be an important thing that is kind of creating some sort of blocks in this connection. But again, you have the Chariot. I want to get more on the Chariot over here. And then this flipped over. I hadn't even asked to clarify anything, but this is coming out again. Healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addiction. So there is a theme here, okay, that, and it could be for you, for them. Feel free to like reverse the energies, but mending of the heart, healing of the heart needs to happen in order to like charge ahead with the Chariot. And then bottom deck energy, we have the Phoenix over here. That says new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, and changed mind. So this is like, you know, complete resurrection, you know, rising from the ashes, having gone through major transformations. And when we go through that, there's definitely a slowdown period, but then after that, take flight is what I'm hearing. So let's get some more, let's get some messages from Moonology deck. Let's see. Spirit, what do my beautiful pile 2 need to hear? What do you need to hear? Believe in the impossible. Blue moon. Oh my God, that is so beautiful. So if you have any doubts, any blockers where you feel like this is not possible, again, surrender. You already are. I mean, I said the positive side of the Hangman. You are in that energy of like surrender to the divine and believe in the impossible. Okay, let's see. Let's get 1 or 2 more. Nothing will come of the situation void of course, moon. Okay, so stop over analyzing it. There's nothing coming of all this hesitation that we're picking up over here that is in your head. That's what I'm gonna say. Let's get 1 more and then we'll move on to Romance Angels. And we have a look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. So yeah, for some of you, I do believe, like with the Emperor showing up and the hammer and the career aspects showing up, perhaps there is some, like with the Two of Pentacles here as well, be bold and make the first move if you want to. There is some fears around, can we have it all? Like, can career and love exist? If you surrender and if you believe in the impossible, 100%, you can make it happen, right? Because you have the Chariot here, for crying out loud. This is like such a powerful energy for the outcome. So Romance Angels, let's see what messages we have from the Romance Angels for my beautiful pile 2. Okay. The cards are flying. We'll start here. Keep an open mind, okay? Loud and clear, keep an open mind. That is important. This is kind of similar to believe in the impossible. Then we have religious factors. This could also be the Emperor when we're talking about tradition. So maybe there are some differences. Could be religious factors, could be geographies, could be traditions, anything like that. And then you have retreat and very soon. So it is time to disconnect from the world and very soon clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So this is an important one, I think, because this really talks about clearly decide what you want. So are you overshadowing your expectations? So clarity. Ooh, interesting. That's why you had the blue obsidian, because this really talks about over here a lot of clear messaging, right? Clear downloads and really having a clear sense of what we want. And that's how manifestation works. If it's a little vague, the universe doesn't know what to deliver. So think of it very clearly and decide what you want so it comes to you very soon. That'll take care of the delays that you may have been experiencing in this connection, right? All right, let's close out your reading with the Astro Dice and see what we have. What message for you? What astral messages come through? Woohoo! Astral messages. Okay. We have. Oh, wasn't this Aquarius as well? Let me just double check. Yeah, we have Aquarius here, right? Interesting. So we have Moon in Aquarius in the 12th house. Wow. So 12th house, let me just talk about this first. 12th house is all about the psyche. It's an emotional house. It's you know, it represents Pisces. It's all water. So emotions are important. Express your emotions, and moon is also intuition, right? Oh, did I lose my Aquarius here? So moon is intuition. So moon talks about intuition. It rules the fourth house, which is Cancer, and I also take it as Pisces. So there's this double water energy here, and then you have Aquarius, which is unconventional. Aquarius is the a social house as well. It's expansion, and it's like what is in the benefit of everyone. So with the moon in Aquarius in the 12th house, it's really talking about think big picture is what I'm getting. And we have that card somewhere. Yeah, look at the bigger picture. So this is like just like spirit advising you to like tap into your intuition. If you feel it's right, it is right. Look at it from a bigger picture with Aquarius. Can you see these actually? Let me put them on black. I don't know. Sorry, I'll just hold them here. And then I'm gonna mess it up. Sorry. There we go. Okay. So use your intuition. All right. You know if this is the right connection. You can make it work with the Chariot. Aquarius talks about what is in the benefit for everybody, and 12th house is again a very it's a healing energy. So this is psychology. It is also a very good time if you want to do some shadow work. That falls under the 12th house. So both moon and 12th house are really talking about it would really benefit either you and them or both of you to do some shadow work. So this is where you can heal from your heart. So you could see a life coach, get a reading, or learn about astrology. Anything of those will help you tap into your subconscious. And honestly, there's so much expansion here. Aquarius is very new age, so don't let tradition or past experiences or past expectations hold you back, is what I'm hearing with the Aquarius placement coming out here. Okay, so those are the messages I have for you. I wish you the very best. If you liked this reading, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share with friends and family that you think could benefit from it. Okay, I would really appreciate it. I wish you much love and light. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hi Pile 3, this is for those of you who chose the third option, which is the Septarian. So I'll let you take a look at it. It's beautiful. It's like a very smooth, looks like a palm stone to me. Very nice. So let's read a little bit about it, and then you can also pause the video later if you want to read it on your own. And just a quick disclaimer, I'm still recovering from a seasonal cold, so excuse my voice and my stuffiness, and then I'll explain what the reading is about. So let's read your choice, your crystal, your stone that you were drawn to. It is Septarian, and it represents direction, fearlessness, communication. It also rules, I think, helps Taurus, Sagittarius, and Sun. Okay. Known as the Dragon Stone. Ooh, that's what it is. That's what the Septarian means. Okay. Known as the Dragon Stone, Septarian instills fierce confidence and self-esteem, especially in front of an audience. However, as much as it improves your public appearances, it also protects your privacy, guarding your secrets, and valuing your inner peace. Incredibly grounded and connected to the earth, Septarian can pinpoint illnesses in the body and focuses on listening to the body's needs by building a strong relationship with it. The name Septarian comes from the Latin word septum, or seven, signifying the patterns of seven of the exterior of the crystal. Signifying the pattern of seven on the exterior of the crystal. Interesting. Where's the seven? Is that the seven? I don't. Oh, if we zoom out, 7 on all sides, possibly. To me, this like 7 represents the 7 chakras, so this may be a very healing stone that lines up your chakras. Again, direction, fearlessness, communication. So take it as it fits. If you're drawn to it, you can get it for yourself, if you think that helps. So let's get into the reading. Quick context: this is what I call the relationship wheel. It's about you and another person, what's happening in this connection. I use this as your energy, the leader card in the wheel, and then we look at your expectations, their expectations, and we get into subconscious fears, what may be holding us back, and then look at any other influences. The tarot and the archetypes are drawn. I'm using the archetypes in reverse as well, just for the archetypes here, the persona archetypes. And then we'll use 3 other oracle decks, some clarification with the oracles, and then and the reading with astro dice. Okay, so with that, let's get started. Please, feel free to reverse the energies. If sometimes the energies can be reversed or flip-flopped, use your free will and only take what resonates and forget the rest. Okay. All right, look at you. You're such a star. This thing, this sentence actually did, pick peak as my attention, where it says it protects your privacy, blah 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 blah. Where's the public experience? Yeah. However, as much as it improves your public appearances and there's direction, fearlessness, and communication. Comment below if you're in PR or if you're in a profession where you have to speak and be the face of the team or the organization, something like that. Because a star, you showing up as a star is also like you are the star of the show. Okay, as really putting it literally. But this is a Aquarius major arcana, very healing energy. You're in a place where you have stripped all the inhibitions. Okay, with whenever the bear figures show up, it talks about shedding the layers, shedding the inhibitions. We've done our shadow work, we've come out pure and raw, and can be a very vulnerable state, but we've learned, and here again, like, we need to water our own energies first and then water others. So you see the angel has like 1 foot in this pool and they're first filling the water here, so bringing themselves healing, because when you are healed, you spread that healing energy to others. So very, very, you're in a space where you feel positive, you feel like very aligned, and if you don't feel it, then start embodying it. Whenever these energies in tarot show up, if they sound really nice to have, start embodying that and you will reach there, because that's the art of manifestation. It's the art of or the law of assumption. It's like, assume you are healed, assume it is your time to shine, and you'll see the universe will respond. So that's what I'm picking out. Very, very beautiful energy here. Healing, hopefulness, wishes coming through, coming to a time in our life where we feel very blessed overall is what I'm picking. And let's see what this is clarified by. Oh, look at that. We have the child magical, or the light attribute is seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things. The belief that everything is possible. That's what I'm saying. You're in a very, very positive state, physically, mentally, emotionally. And it's bothering me that this is crooked. So there is a sense of magic. Definitely done your shadow work there, and you've come out very healing and very hopeful and very positive. Stay in that energy. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for being you, because the more we, each individual lifts our own vibration, the more we lift the vibration of the planet, believe it or not. It sounds very big, but it's, starts with one individual. So stay in that very positive, magical, hopeful, wishful energy. So let's see what's the state of the connection. And I'm calling it connection because sometimes people don't want to call it relationship, whatever that may be. So let's see what is the state of this connection with you, the other person. Wow. Okay, play of words. And honestly, I just pull them and I put them away. I don't look at them until I do the reading, so it's almost magical for me as well. You have the child magical, and then you have magic, the magician in the connection. So this is with the state of the connection showing up as a magician, another major arcana, talks about the two of you have all the elements, everything you need to thrive in this connection, should you choose to, right? So there isn't any help you need from anybody else, but this is like a beautifully manifested connection, very balanced, because we have the infinity sign, which talks about, and the way the angel points, as above so below. Very equal partnership. Both individuals on their own are very powerful. So this is like the makings of, dare I say, a power couple, right? Like Beyonce and Jay-Z. Each person on their own are extremely strong and powerful. They have everything on their own individually, and even together they form this even powerful power couple image, right? So that's what I'm picking up from here. Very, very strong connection overall. So let's see, what is your expectation of your person? We have the strength. Wow, 3 for 3 major arcana so far. So strength, so the cards, let me call the signs out. We have Aquarius, we have Aries, and then we have Leo. showing up. So quite a bit of air and fire energy. And the strength. So you expect them to have the strength to persevere and make it in this relationship. The other thing is also you kind of, and again, the infinity is showing up again. It's like as above, so below. You expect a very equal give and take, both of strength and compassion. Okay. It's, you are a pretty strong individual. You've healed, you've come out of, you know, the past phases of your life, and you believe in the magic, and so you expect them to do the same. That, are they strong enough to handle this power couple energy or not? But overall, I think the expectation is, do you expect them to be somebody very mature, again with the strength energy showing up here, because this angel or this person is literally putting their hand in the lion's mouth, and they're not afraid because they are doing it with so much compassion, right? So you expect them to have a very good balance of compassion and intelligence and all of it together, but somebody who can rise above the challenges. Rise above the challenges is what I'm hearing. And of course, be the strong partner that you deserve, okay? And this is clarified by the mystic in reverse. So the light attribute is reveals an intimate union with the divine, and the shadow is delusional rapport with the divine. So there is, I think, a little bit of, so they may not be as spiritual as you, is what we're getting with the mystic in reverse. And with this combination, what I'm hearing is like, you know, just persevere through it, honor like your beliefs, so that they expect them to really accept you fully along with your spiritual beliefs, even if they don't understand it. Like, they don't have to understand everything to accept it. That's what we're getting with the mystic in reverse. So have the power and the courage to be open to different philosophies that you maybe bring in, and of course they can be their individual self and you can be your individual self, so you expect that kind of maturity from them. Very interesting. So let's see, what are their energies? We have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so this kind of shows me that, you know, they may also be like, you know, very, very hopeful person. You know, again, around the beyond the big star over here, which is the main wish, you have like 7 stars surrounding it. So I feel like they are a very hopeful person overall. Very opportunistic, very positive minded. You know, always looking for the silver lining. But they may be somebody who has their let's say their, I don't want to say hand, it sounds weird, they may be doing a lot of things at the same time. So this can sometimes feel a little bit scattered, and this could be they could be somebody who starts, you know, one project and then move on to another, and starts another project and moves on to the third one. So they may have a lot going on around them because their mind may be so expansive, and that's where some of the spirituality will really help them hone in and narrow in on their top 2-3 priorities, right? So, but overall, this does give a sense of somebody who is generally very happy and very hopeful because they see opportunities wherever they go. So they have a very expansive, lighter energy. Let's see what it's clarified by. Virgin. So maintaining a symbolic purity of heart and spirit. Yeah, that's what I got. I get a very hopeful energy from them. They're somebody very lighthearted and pure is what I'm getting, but they may be a little scattered in their mental energy. They may be doing quite a bit at this time, and that's what their energy is showing up. So they may be a little like they may appear a little scattered to you. That's just because they're so pure and they have so many dreams that they want to work on. So they may appear a little distributed or scattered. If I didn't want to use the same word, it's like my mental thesaurus is giving out right now. But I feel like too many things for them happening, but from a sense of purity, because the Virgin really talks about purity. So it's not it's not deception. I wanna call that out. Excuse me for my voice. So let's see, what are their expectations of you? Oh, we have the Sun, Leo showing up again. So fire energy. So again, they expect you, I mean, they look at you as this very happy person, okay, that brings light to everybody, to everyone, wherever you go. They really look up to you because the Sun is the happiest card in tarot. No matter which deck, oracles or tarot, Sun talks about growth and abundance and sheer happiness and joy. So they expect you to stay in this energy, and regardless of whether you're in this connection or not. I think that's a very good connection, but they almost look up to you, like you bring out the joy in life, okay? And I think maybe like you even like pump them up even more on their dreams. So very, very positive energy over here. May also be like that you may be interested in having children, or you maybe already have children, because this represents children as well, but also a lot of growth and abundance. So money is good. You're very confident and secure in your life. And then this is clarified by the prostitute in a reverse, which is the shadows places material consideration and security above self-empowerment. So this coming up in the reverse is really talking about you're at a place where, remember, the abundance was coming through as well, right? Money is not everything. Like you've been there, done that. You've accomplished that stuff. So you're not placing too much importance, or their expectation is that you not place too much importance on the material side of the house, and also be more in the joyous energy. This could go either way. Perhaps if this is somebody who's, you know, is like in the startup scene, and they you know, invent stuff, and then they get funding, and then they lose it because that fizzled out and want the next thing. So you may be bringing some sense of structure to their life and showing them, yes, you know, we have to also manage money properly and not keep like fizzling out on our initiatives. That could be the sense. So their expectation might be like, okay, don't just be just about the money, you know, there's so much fun and there's so much to explore. So take it as it fits. But then I also see children here, but clearly their expectation is like, you're not just money minded. And this could be a situation or a scenario where this person has a lot of money or a lot of abundance, material abundance in their life. And, you know, they may have been stung in the past, but it's very clear to them that you are not like that, anywhere remotely like that, because they see you as the sun. Okay, beautiful so far. I'm loving it. Let's get into the subconscious fears. Let's see what's in your subconscious fears. Or what may be. Again, sometimes I just say it as it is. Please take it, you know, as it fits. So we have the 3 of Wands in your subconscious fears. So there's a bit of a waiting game. It's like the 3 of Wands talks about ships coming in, right? We've been waiting for that at the shore, and finally your ships are coming in. So when this is in a fear position, it really talks about, is this too good to be true? Or is this the one? Have my ships finally arrived? So there's a little bit of a interesting, because the start was so strong, but there's some very small hesitations as like, can you expand into this relationship? Because 3 is about expansion and creation. In creation, children are coming into mind. So there may be some fears about, you know, would they move forward in this commitment is what this means to me. Let me see what's the clarifying energy. You have the King. So the light attribute is enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. So interestingly, I think, because this is also like leaving something to accept something, right? It's the waiting energy before the 4 of Wands. So it's possible you may see that this person, actually, this could be reversed, where they are too dedicated to their career. And would they actually choose to move forward? Because the King is a divine masculine energy where there's much more logic and planning at play. So somewhere in your subconscious fears is like, are they ready to move forward in this connection? Okay. Okay, so let's see what's in their subconscious fears. They have the Knight of Cups. I think this is their own, like their energy, like, you know, if they were to offer you their cup, right, their heart, would you accept it or not? Because the Knight of Cups is a very dreamy, it's a very emotional, it's a very sensitive, it's like a love energy. Okay, this is literally you know, the knight coming and offering their heart to you. So in their subconscious fear is like, oh my god, are you actually ready for love? So there's some mirroring energy that's so beautiful that both of you think the other person is very self-driven and may or may not be ready to commit in a relationship. So they're worried if they offer you their heart, would you be open to it or not? Let's see what is clarifying it. This is so beautiful. It's clarified by the companion. Loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. Yeah, so their fears is, their subconscious fear is like whether or not you're going to choose them as their companion. If they came forward and offered you their heart, would you be willing to accept it or not? Very interesting. Let's see what are some of the influencing factors here. We have the world. So the world has an impact on you, honestly. The pandemic may not have helped if this is a long distance relationship, but it's just like at this point also a lot of us are trying to thrive and build the most of the situation that we have. So there is a big change overall, but this is more of a macro level influence, I would say. But this is also being willing to close old chapters, because the world talks about ending the old and stepping into the new, so stepping through this new cycle, right? So are both people ready to step into this portal together? That is a question that, you know, you guys need to discuss and explore. So let's see what is the possible outcome. Excuse me. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. This is a very, very stable energy, and Pentacles are like really solid when it comes to relationships, because they talk about something that'll take, it has staying power. Okay, now with the Queen, she represents of course abundance. It also represents fertility and expansion and stability. So this has the makings of a very stable long-term connection where you can create whatever you want. And again, you can create whatever you want. This is the early stages. This is the manifestation stage of the connection. But you can have children, you can have like, even like for some of you, a joint venture together. Like you could have a business, you could be business partners in some way, but this is very, very solid energy. It has the potential to grow. The Queen of Pentacles takes care of themselves and of the others. They know how to put themselves first. So that's why I keep going back to that term of power couple, where each individual gives themselves value, takes care of themselves, and then as a union are even more powerful because they complement each other. So very strong foundation is what I'm seeing over here. So let's see, let's get some of the Island Time Wellness Love Oracles and see what we want to clarify. I want to clarify this Three of Wands with the King. Why is this here, Spirit, in their subconscious? What is this waiting game about? What is this about? So we have love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you, letting you know. So maybe communication is not as often, because Three of Wands does also talk about this person waiting, right? And if there are this, I want to clarify this too, but let's get one more on the Three of Wands. So definitely someone expresses love, like right under the Knight of Cups, right? So there is the emotion is there. And then healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addiction. So there are some maybe past fears that are influencing this feeling over here of the Three of Wands. Like, is this the one? Will my ships really arrive? Would this person really choose me? I want to get more on the Seven of Cups and the Virgin, please, Spirit. What is the Seven of Cups about in their energy? Excuse me. We have the Phoenix, the new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. Okay, so they may be, as I said, this could have been somebody who has a lot of different career avenues, or they've tried many avenues in the past, and they're finally finding their feet and phoenixing from this, like, you know, rising from the ashes. Let's get some more. We have boat, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. So they may have some loose ends that they need to close out. If they feel scattered, they may have something else that they need to just close a chapter on. And then they have the Dragonfly, be lighthearted, finding out things, coming to light, adapt, change, heal. So they have two pretty major cards here of regeneration, you know, healing, like the scorpionic energy, because the phoenix and dragonfly both are very spiritual energies, and they represent coming out from the ashes and healing and adapting and changing. But what's really like standing out to me here is be lighthearted. And when we saw this, the moment I turned this over, I got that energy that they're a very lighthearted person, but very pure. Okay, there's no mischief here, there's no trickery here involved. So this is just a phase of life where they're healing and coming into their final, let's say, establishment. And then this wanted to flip out on their energy. I like you. Success. No, someone likes you. Well, success. Well, you'll be successful. That word is coming through. There you go. But someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun, flirting. Want to date. So definitely, they like you. They really do. Just believe that. Let the doubt go. This may be more subconscious for you. So let that go, my dear. Okay. Let's get some messages from the Moonology Oracle. Let's see what they have for you. We have, it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. And Scorpio energy was coming through as I was looking at the phoenix and the dragonfly. So there's some level of maybe some minor resurrection or some minor things that still need to be put to an end, close some chapter and move forward. The energy is gaining momentum, a waxing moon. Actually, when I'm recording this, the moon is waxing. Waxing is when we've come out of the new moon from the darkness and it's increasing. So it's gaining momentum. So it's getting larger, which is good. Let's get you one more. And we have nothing is yet set in stone. So mutable moon. So mutable is like you can take it either way. That's the magician energy. It's totally up to you. I mean, the two of you, and the free will, you know, governs everything else. Like you can choose whichever path you want, but there is need to release some negativity and know that the energy is gaining momentum. You can take it in whichever direction you like. All right, let's get you couple of romance angels and see what romance angels have to tell you. Free yourself. How much more? You're like really free here with your energy, but maybe there's some subconscious block that's still there. It's time to take back control of your life. And this is more mental energy is what I'm getting over here. Okay, what else, romance angels? Yeah, no. Okay. Okay, there is chemistry flipped over. There is a strong magnetic connection, attraction here, of course, magnetic with the magic. There's so much magic in this connection. And one more message for my beautiful cloud threes. Oh, 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 oh. Wedding. This situation involves marriage. So, if that's what you want, it is possible. Nothing is yet set in stone. You can take it whichever way you want to. Sorry for my voice. Woo. Okay, let's get you Astro Dice to close out your reading. Let's see what we have. We have North Node in Libra in the 6th house. Okay, this is a big energy here. The North Node really talks about lean forward into your life purpose. And this is, again, things that you've been stripping away are your South Node. Now it's time to really start living your life. Release all inhibitions. Like this one is coming. This is very true. This is a true North Node message when it says for yourself. So lean forward into your life. Don't let your past hold you back. This is the time when you leave all of that behind. Libra is an energy of, I want to put this here in the white so you can see it. So North Node. Libra is the 7th house. Okay, this is a partnership house. This is a relationship house. It's romance. So this is a time where lean forward into companionship, literally as direct as it can be. And in the 6th house, 6th house is about our day-to-day routines, our health habits, our work habits. So this is literally saying, honestly, love and work, they go hand in hand. Adjust your schedule if you feel that you or them don't have time in your life for a connection. This is telling you otherwise. That's your comfort zone, is where things are under control and you can manage what you're manifesting really well. That, like, lean beyond that, lean into a companionship. Get away from your comfort zone and try to be a little bit more vulnerable. You have the Star card, but then again, Libra as a companionship is also ruled by Venus, right? So Venus is love and money and materialistic and emotional things that we put value on. So this is the time to reevaluate all of that and see what is important to you. The sixth house is ruled by Mercury, so communication is key. So talk about your goals, your life goals, and talk about how both people can create space for each other while maintaining their own powerful individual status. Those are the messages I have for you, pile 3. I hope this has been helpful. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. Comment, subscribe, share. Every click helps the channel. I wish you much love and light, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hi, pile 4. This is for those of you who chose the 4th stone, which is the lepidolite. So I'll let you take a look at it and I'll read about it. Before I start, I do have a bit of a hoarse voice, so please excuse that. Just recovering from a seasonal cold, and I've been waiting to do readings, so I thought I might as well. So please excuse that if I cough or sniffle in between. Let's read about this and I'll walk you through the structure of the reading. And you can pause later if you want to read it on your own. What is lepidolite? I love the color. I really love the color, almost like a ruby-like thing. So it is about transition, release, and change. And before I go into this, intuitively, the energy I was picking up was like, there is a sense of perseverance with this group. Against all odds. I don't know why I kept getting that feeling, because it was almost like been through experiences where we've almost given up, but then we do persevere and we don't give up. So that sort of energy is coming, or that vibe is coming from this group. We'll see what the cards say. I haven't looked at them, but anyway, with that, kudos to you if that resonates. Thank you for hanging in there and shining your light. But let's get on with this section. So change is coming. Oh wow. Okay, this is about transition, release, and change. Change is coming, and lepidolite is the perfect crystal to help you with those transitions. By becoming aware of bad habits and patterns, we can release them to make room for new ones that sustain a healthy lifestyle. Lepidolite helps us let go of attachments to old behaviors and addictions, clearing away emotional ties to the stories we tell ourselves. Lepidolite encourages self-love on all levels, even if we need to step away from our current way of doing things to establish that trust. Write the story you want to live. Wow. And this has Libra, Jupiter, Neptune. Libra is the 7th house. Libra is the house of companionship and romance and relationships. Jupiter is all about expansion. And Neptune is all about our psyche, okay, our own emotional, psychological, our depths. So it's Pisces, related to Pisces. And then Jupiter is also philosophy. So expansion of philosophy, expansion of the mind, and change is what is coming through. So if that's something that interests you, then go for a lepidolite. So let's get started. Just quickly, just the first set of cards are pre-dawn. This is what I call the relationship wheel or the connection wheel. I use the leader card as your energy, and then we get into their energy, your expectations, their expectations, and then the subconscious fears that may be present in the connection, the outcome. And then I'll clarify with, the love oracle cards, Island Time Love Oracle, and then the Moonology and the Romance Angels, and close out with some Astro Dice for you. Okay, so with that, let's get started. Your energy, wow. Ooh, Libra. Libra, I told you this is about love and connection. You are ready. You are choosing love with the Lovers. Your energy is showing up as the major arcana Lovers. You may have Gemini placements in your chart. This is again choosing. Okay, this is also a point of major decisions where we choose a path. And dare I say, in this reading, I do want to tap into the decision to choose love. That's what you are. So you're ready. You're ready. And if you're not, and I was telling this to another pile, if the energies are really too positive and they sound really good, but you don't feel them yet, start embodying them, start emulating them, because that's where you tap into the law of assumption. So the more you assume it, the more you exude it, the more universe is able to match it, okay? Because the universe doesn't understand language, it only understands frequency. So tap into this frequency of love. Choose love. You're ready. This is a major arcana, major decision. Could be a mixed race couple as well, as it's shown on this side. Sometimes they can be literal. Take it as it fits. Oh, and among other things, take only what resonates and forget the rest. And sometimes the energies can be vice versa. So just see how it fits your situation. Not every message is gonna fit, but I think usually 70-80% do kind of resonate. So take it as a fit, but very beautiful, loving energy, open heart. That's what you're exuding. Let's see what it's clarified by. And today I'm taking the archetypes in reverse as well. Oh, just as I say it, you have a first reversed archetype. This is clarified by the mother in reverse, where the shadow attributes can be smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. And the light attribute is nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy, and giving birth to life. So this is where I feel like with the mother coming in the reverse, along with the lovers, is where some of you actually may be a parent and may have devoted all your lifetime, I don't want to say lifetime, most of your energy to being a parent, and now finally coming and choosing yourself, because we do go through those phases where where we completely devote ourselves to something or someone. Now this doesn't have to be a child, this can also be any dependent, this can also be a business or like a an endeavor that you were literally mothering, and finally you're at a point where like, okay, that can't be just the only thing in my life, I also choose myself. So it's a very it's a beautiful transition. It's an evolution where we dedicate ourselves to a person or a cause, and then after we've like given it most of our energy, we do also realize that we need that energy as well, right? So there's an up leveling, and I said that's earlier, perseverance has happened, right? So now finally we're choosing ourselves and choosing to find love for our own self, right? So this card here represents the state of the connection relationship, whatever you want to call it. Let's see what the state of the connection is. We have the King of Wands. Well, look at that same color person showing up here. The King of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type energy. This is Gemini, so take the signs if they resonate. If not, just forget them. But what I'm seeing is major fire energy. So this is a very strong connection. There's a lot of passion. Choo choo, if you hear the train in the background, this is right on point. And there is a very strong connection, but that I feel like with the line here in the background, it is such a, like, each person is very strong, and together there's like a very explosive combination, a little bit similar to the other pile that we just went through, but with a very different card here. But there's a lot of fire, big fire in this connection, but a very it's a king, okay? It's not a knight or a page, so it's a very mature energy is what I'm picking up. Very strong, passionate energy in this connection. So let's see, what are your expectations of your person? Your expectations is Knight of Swords. Move along already, come along already. Okay, so there's there may be a sense of a little bit of impatience is what I'm picking up over here. Because this knight is just like, they have their tools ready or their weapons ready, and they're running and they're gonna catch this bike so they can like come and dart towards you. So you're really ready, and there may be a lot more passion and desire budding from your end, and you may be very prepared to move forward, but they may appear to be a little slow. I don't think they are, and I haven't looked at the other cards, but we will. But your expectation is you actually want to move fast in this connection, and you expect them to kind of move fast. It's like, all right, chop chop, let's go. We know it's a strong connection. Let's not hold back now. I want to see what this is clarified by. I like this. And then we have the mentor and the light attribute, passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. So it's like learning from each other, or they being willing to learn from you, because it's like, you know, probably you want to show them the ropes, which is great. You know, if you are definitely the divine feminine, I would say go for it, because very few divine feminine actually lean into that role. But the expectation here is like, be willing to change, be willing to adapt to each other in a new way of life, and you know, a new perspective. Or because you had the Neptune and Jupiter. Neptune is very, you know, psychological and emotional. It's our subconscious. It's a different way looking at things. So you want them to be very open and quickly move forward, is what I'm picking up over here. So let's see what their energy is. How are they showing up in this connection? They're showing up as a 10 of Wands. So that's what I felt, that they may be a little slow at this time because they are ending a major life cycle. Okay, this 10 of Wands, you know, like this person is like come down this mountain, but they're a little weary because they had to climb all the way up. This is where the peak of their burdens was, and now they've kind of put them all down, but they may be a little fatigued coming down. Whatever the burden means for them, whatever this life cycle means for them, could be ending a job, a difficult profession, changing jobs, getting into college, or coming out of another connection, or there's been some responsibility or some phase of their life that had taken a lot of steam and energy out of them, and now they're kind of stabilizing, they're settling in. Okay, so they may feel that they're moving a little slow, but it's not a reflection of you, it's just their own internal energy. Whereas this is why the Knight of Swords is showing up in your expectations, right? All right, that phase is over, close that chapter and move on. They just may need a little bit more time, is what I'm hearing, because the connection is very strong. There's no doubt about it. Okay, let's see what is clarifying this. We have the Trickster in reverse. How beautiful is that? So again, this is like the Magician energy in reverse. So they are, and you know, it's like Magician really talks about transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. So they are creating something new, but with this being in the reverse, paired with the 10 of Wands, they are ready to create something new. They're just getting their bearings together, is what I'm feeling. Like they're just, you know, it's almost like they're at a recharge station. They just need to power up their batteries. They know exactly what direction they're headed. They know what they don't want in life, and they're ready to manifest. They just need a little bit of a, literally what I'm hearing is like a battery boot up is what they need. There isn't any other doubt or anything that's showing up over here, but let's see what are their expectations. This is an interesting connection. I like it. Their expectations is of you is the 5 of Cups, and I want to look at what it's clarified by the Guide in reverse, which is light attribute represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself, and the shadow is places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insights. So with this being in their expectation of you, there are hints in their subconscious that you may also be, you may still have some remnants of the past within you. They clearly do. They clearly do with the 10 of Wands. There's still some, you know, a little bit of a sadness over spilled cups, but this is like, you know, both of you are kind of appearing to see, look forward, because the 5 of Cups talks about don't look at the spilled cup, look at the ones that you have standing right behind you. So that's what it is, like being more opportunistic, being not opportunistic, optimistic, excuse me. That's what this is, and like kind of finding our way to each other. So overall, it's almost you're already in that energy, but they just like expect you to be aware of the past experiences and still be optimistic about the future. So they may also want you to understand their past a little bit, and you know, be more open to the experiences they bring. But this is just general like healing energies. Like this could be a mutually healing one, or healing connection, where you look forward, they look forward, but again, we carry the wisdom from the past experiences for both people. Very nice, very beautiful actually. Okay, so let's get into subconscious fears. You know, these may exist in your subconscious. So let's say what's your fear in this connection. You have the Four of Swords, and in this depiction in the Light Seers Tarot, I like how she's kind of like in what we call like the fetal position, the infant position, right? This is a position of protection and kind of holding ourselves together. Also, like the motherly thing is coming forward again. So this being in the fear is like, you know, is this because this comes after the Three of Swords, right? The Four of Swords. The Three of Swords is where you have disappointment and heartache. And this showing up in your subconscious fears is like, is this where I can finally rest beautifully in this connection and have my heart healed? Okay, so that's what there is. There's a as you can see, you know, she has. It's interesting. It's actually body work or tattoos, but they look like injuries to me, which represents our heartache and our past experiences, right? That weigh heavy on the heart. So this in the fear, it's on its own. Four of Swords is an energy of rest, rejuvenation, relaxing, being ourselves, making time for ourselves. But this is coming up almost, think of it as in the reverse, right? So will you have time to rest and relax and enjoy each other in this connection is what I'm picking up. Maybe because if there's career at front over here or other things that may be top of mind. Let's see what it's clarified by. It's clarified by Rescuer in the reverse, where the shadow attribute is assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy, and the light is provides strength and support to others in crisis, acts out of love with no expectation of reward. So I'll tell you what, there may be subconscious fears of like, do you have to rescue him? And that's a legitimate fear, because if we know this is somebody who's moving a little slow because they've had these tough experiences, you want them to move fast, and they are going through a period of healing, and you may be too. Sometimes you know, we want to be aware of how much energy we give to the other person. So you don't want to be their rescuer per se. You want them to rescue themselves, to heal themselves, and then come into union, which is the perfect way. Going back to the mother that we had here in reverse, you don't want to mother them. And this could be a past energy, because we may have been in connections in the past where we're literally you know, raising our partner, if you're familiar with the term. And I know I'm going to say gender specific, but you know, like a man child or a woman child, where your partner was almost like a child and you had to do everything for them. You know the deal, right? So maybe there's some remnants of that energy here that's showing up in your subconscious fears, that you don't want to be that rescuer and you really want them to do their own shadow work, and that's how it should be, right? So that's showing up here. I'm curious what's in their subconscious fears. They have the Nine of Wands. There you go. They have the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Wands. So they are really showing up as as like a wounded warrior. Okay, they're really this is also a boundary. They do have a boundary set up around them. So they may be a little hesitant to completely open up, because again, they have been through some experiences. So this may have been more recent for them than for you, because you've come out and you're choosing love. So you've done a lot of healing work on your own. They may be a little bit in the early stages. So all this may need is maybe some time, but they do feel a little fearful of dropping their guard, because they may not want to disappoint you, right? So that's coming out here. Let's see, it is clarified by the Goddess in reverse, you see. So the light attributes of Goddess are the feminine, expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. And the shadow is exploitation of the female nature and form. So this, again, they don't feel empowered enough to, this came in another pile, a similar energy, where their subconscious fears are, because they're so guarded, they may not know if you'll choose them. They may not feel worthy enough. They may actually, like with this here, right? They may even have put you up on a pedestal. So it's more so about their subconscious, where they need to do a little bit more healing. And it's like, again, everybody has their own journey, but in this connection, doesn't look like there's anything like conflicting between the people. There's a more subconscious things that we got to work through. They slowly have their guard up a little bit because they're healing from things. And you're coming out of that phase where you may have had to like really be the whole relationship, so you don't want to fall back into that. So that's something, some of the past things are kind of showing up here, and please take it as it fits. You know, I just honor the messages that come through. Not everything is gonna resonate. So this energy here, this is about any external influences or things that may be influencing us, or people that may be influencing us in this connection. And then we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is, and this card is very happy. I like this Hierophant. He's so happy. He's like lived a full life and has a lot of, if you see all the, there are like many religious symbols over here, or cultural symbols on the card. And it talks about, this is somebody very expansive. So you also had Jupiter and Neptune, right? Jupiter is expansive. It's philosophies, it's travel, it's international or global, very spiritual or creative energy. So the influence may be like, yeah, didn't we have that here? I thought we had that here with the mentor. And we're picking that up, right? Being open to new philosophies. So that's like in, this could be an area of difference for the two of you, where you may have very different philosophies. Both have conquered things in life, but both with very different mental beliefs and philosophies. And coming into together, that's where it's becoming more expansive, and we need to be open to each other's perspective. That's what I'm picking up. So it may not be very traditional in the sense, you may be from different cultures, different religions, different countries, whatever. So there are differences there where a relationship may mean a different thing, or even the philosophies may be different. So that sometimes slows things down. That's what I'm seeing here. But again, it's such a happy Hierophant. This is not somebody who's very dictatorial. This is not so, and I don't think this is somebody, I think this is just a belief system. I'm not sensing up this as another person in your life or their life. This is just, you know, we are learning the different thinking or different philosophies that each person has. So very, very interesting. I really like this Hierophant. Okay, let's see what's the outcome? It's the World. Are you worlds apart? Is this another long distance relationship? I don't know. But this is close the old chapter and step into the new. This is what it's saying. So this is, again, the outcome here is like whatever you choose, whichever, if you want to together work through these subconscious fears and, you know, together walk through this new portal that is opening up. Absolutely possible. If you want to close this chapter, absolutely possible. But I don't see this being something that you may want to close, because there aren't any conflicts. There's so much passion here, there's so much growth here, and there's just like this expansive energy that I'm picking up on. So this might as well be your next big chapter in life, and this is what this 21 the World talks about. And this reduces to a 3 is about creation. This is about one and one coming together and forming a shape. That's when a shape is formed, when we have 3 elements, right? So this could also involve children. This could be a blending of a family, very possible. But yeah, you're stepping through a whole new chapter of your life. Very, very positive. Major Arcana, I love that. You have like 3 major arcanas here. Okay, let's clarify a few things here, Spirit. I want to clarify this 5 of Cups first. Why is this 5 of Cups along with, what was here? The Guide in reverse. I want to understand their expectations a little bit more. Let's see what we have. Why do we have the 5 of Cups over here? The Dragonfly, so again, healing. Be lighthearted, finding out things, coming to light, adapt, change, heal. So it's similar to the Phoenix energy, to Scorpionic energy. So again, there is their expectation is that they are able to, and you are able to be a little bit more lighthearted and not have the past hold us back, heal from it. You have I like you, someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun, flirting, want to date. I think this came out in like 3 of the 4 piles that I have done. Okay, so this is, again, as I said, it's more about looking forward, leaning into the change, wanting to be optimistic. That's the same thing that, so it's just reading messages that are coming through. What is this Nine of Wands and Goddess in reverse about? What's in their subconscious fears? What is this about? Heart with a key, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. Yes, so this is again, they are aware that their walls are up. And there is a little bit of beautiful fear here, like, do they hold the key to your heart? You know, will you let them in? It's the same energies. I think the cards are really playing off of each other. And then we have addiction. You see how this person is like, have their heart, their feet, or their ankle is changed to a heart, and it says codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block or restraint. So this is again blocks from the past that are showing up over here. I want to get one card on your Four of Swords and the energy that I was picking up of like not wanting to be the rescuer. So we have girl with a snake. Oh, this, oh my God, I love this. Okay, it's not girl with a snake, but the message, hear me out. I love, this is pretty, if this resonates, this will really resonate. So we talked about not wanting to rescue and smother and the man-child, man-woman thing, right? What is a girl with a snake? Empath and narcissist paradigm. Being charmed or used, enable boundaries, right? That's what this is. So your fears may be, will you be able to have the clear boundaries with this person? Or are you going to be in a connection where you're the empath and they're the narcissist? So there's some elements, remnants of it that we still need to heal, although I think you've done a lot of work here with the Lovers showing up over here. Okay, that was the last card I wanted to take. Just flew out over here, and we have soulmates. Soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. All right, so there's definitely soulmate energy here in this connection. So take it as it fits. But again, as I said, you could really step into a whole new chapter together. Both people have some minor shadow aspects that we still want to heal through, okay? All right, so let's see what the Moonology deck has to say to you, my beautiful pile 4. You and your loved ones are safe. This is new moon in Cancer. Let's put that over here. What else, Spirit? What else does pile 4 need to hear? I'm sorry if I'm speaking, like my volume is going down, I can tell. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Oh, this is very close. I usually don't get timing, but this is coming through, so I'll share. November 19th, there is a full moon eclipse. Now, I don't know if it's a lunar or a solar, guys. I am not the best. I'm still learning a lot of astrology, but that is where things come to surface. Okay, eclipses are when things comes to surface and you're able to bring closure to things. Take it as it fits, but this is what it is saying. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon, lunar eclipse. The next full moon is on November 19th, if that fits the timing of when you see this reading. And one more, please. Excuse me. Your commitment is being tested, and I'll tell you, this is for you. You've done a great job. You've done a lot of healing, and this is definitely that Lover's energy. Your commitment to yourself. That's all it is. And I want you to remember that the fears or subconscious fears, they are ego. Okay, that's the ego side of us. So when you train yourself to start thinking that my fears are actually my ego taking over, you're completely going to backtrack and do a 180 because you don't want to feel like an egotist, right? Like, for example, for me, I was like, oh my God, I'm afraid of, going and trying this new cuisine. And that's my ego, my fear. In the moment I put the name ego on it, it's like, what do you mean ego is taking over? No, I'm not an egotist. And I completely crush the fear and I go and try that thing, right? So that's what this is. You're being tested. Can you stand up to your ego, to your fears? That's what I'm very clearly picking up. It's not being tested against anything else. It's just your commitment to your intuition, to your power. That's what you're being tested on. And then let's close out with 2 or 3 romance angels. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. That's the first one. So that's a good one. Amen. You have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. And again, I feel like this is from the past. And codependency in terms of philosophies, like what you believe in is what's holding you back. And then we have reconciliation, same as conclusions are within reach. Someone from your past is returning to your life. And this could be reconciliation in this connection as well, if you feel that's not something that has come through. Okay, so let's roll the Astro dice to get you some final advice from Spirit. Let's see what we have. We have 6th house, we have Aries. Wow, we have Venus. Okay, so we have Venus, which rules our love, relationships. Did I not say Venus over here? I'm not sure. But Venus rules our love, relationships, material abundance, everything that we put value on. We have it in Aries, which is the beginning, because it's the first sign of the astrological wheel. Not the calendar year, but the astrologically Aries is the first sign, so it carries a lot of fire. And it's very creative and self-oriented. This is our self, our identity. And then we have in the 6th house, and the 6th house is about our daily routines, our work, our health, what we do daily, and how do we manifest things. So this is like, it's again an energy of like love yourself and see how you can improve that in your daily routines. That's going to bring a lot of a positive impact and change, because you already have this. I think you're already doing this with the Lovers showing up as your energy. So it's like continue putting self-love as the #1 thing in your life, and you'll see how everything else will fall into place. Make sure you're making space for yourself in your daily routines. Taking care of your health is very, very important, and bringing yourself first. Like Aries being in is the 1st house, so that is the house of self. That is the house of our body, of our mind, our identity. So whatever you're doing is working. Keep doing it. That's what I'm going to say, because with the smothering going away, with focusing on love and making sure that we're not attracting another narcissistic empath type connection, you're on point. Persevere, stay on course. That's what I would say. So if you like the reading, give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and share it with friends who may benefit from this reading. Okay, I wish you much love and light, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.